الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله أشرف المرسلين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Today I'm going to be talking about one of the most important Sahabis from the Prophet's time. A Sahabi that was taught and raised by the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, Abdullah ibn Abbas. One day when he was young, he was riding behind the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and the Prophet turned to him and said, I will teach you some words. Be mindful of Allah and He will protect you. Be mindful of Allah and you will find Him before you. If you ask Allah. And if you seek help from Allah. Imagine that, someone so young sitting with the Prophet ﷺ, being taught these words of wisdom that would shape his entire life. But Ibn Abbas wasn't just lucky. He was in an environment that nurtures his faith. Surrounded by the best teacher and the best companion. He grew up in a place where knowledge and good manners were a way of life. And because of that, he didn't just grow up to be any scholar. He became one of the best scholars in Islam. A leader, a teacher, and a da'i who would spread the message of Islam to others. Now what does this have to do with us? It teaches us a simple but powerful truth, that your environment shapes who you become. If you surround yourself with people who remind you of Allah, you'll naturally be reminded of Him. If you grew up in a place where salah is a priority, where the Quran is loved, and where people practice good manners, you'll absorb those values without realizing it. Just like Ibn Abbas radiallahu anhu. He became great because he was raised in the right place. And us too become better Muslims when we're surrounded by the right people. That's why being in an environment like our school, like our Islamic school here in the masjid, for example, is important. As a student here, I know firsthand how much a good environment can change a person. I came from a school where I was surrounded by things that was not helping me in my religion, that had no Islamic teaching or Arabic and Quran classes, bad influences, to a school that was a completely new space, a place where I was surrounded by Muslims, where the Quran was taught, and where Islamic studies were a part of our everyday lives. A school that helped us with our akhlaq and faith. When I first came in, I didn't have the Quran memorized. I wasn't able to read and understand Arabic. And there was so much I didn't know about my deen. But because of this, I was able to grow. Now I can stand before others and give khutbahs. I could read and understand the Quran and able to memorize it. This shows us that our surroundings have a direct impact on who we become. We want to grow in our deen. We want to raise strong, confident Muslim leaders. We have to make sure they are in an environment that pushes them towards success. So ask yourself, which environment are you in? Are you surrounding your children with people who bring them closer to Allah, where their faith could grow? Because at the end of the day, they are shaped by the people and the places and the experiences around us. This is why it's so important for us to think about the environment we choose for ourselves and our children. If we want the next generation to be leaders, to be da'is, to be strong Muslims in a world full of distractions, then we have to give them an environment that nurtures their faith, putting them in an Islamic school, surrounding them with Muslim friends, making sure they're in a place that strengthens their deen. These are some of the greatest gifts you can give them, because today's children are tomorrow's leaders. So if you ever think, will my environment really affect me? The answer is yes. Who you surround yourself with will shape your heart, your mind, and your future. So choose wisely. May Allah bless us with good company, strong faith, and the ability to be leaders and call us to Islam. Ameen. Jazakumullah khair. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.